Hello YouTube, Glock here. Today I'm bringing in a different type of video, a tip and trick kind of thing, if you will. The top 5 ways to improve your skill, immersion, and or enjoyability of mil-sim type games, which are mainly Hell Let Loose, Squad, and Post-Scriptum at the moment. If you enjoy this video, be sure that you like and subscribe to see more content like this. Alright, let's get started with part 1. Choosing a role that suits you. In order to enjoy this game and to be good at it, you have to find your niche. Whether it's supporting from the back with an MG, giving your teammates the necessary medical attention they need to engage in combat, or leading an offensive from the front. You need to know what you like to do, and after that you can improve on it. For example, if you're a good shooter, you would be great in a neutral role as a rifleman. Good communicators need to choose the marksman kit, as they usually spot incoming enemies or determining where suppressive fire is coming from. Good communicators are also great as squad leaders. If you enjoy supportive roles or you're new to the game, you should look at medics or maybe a machine gunner, as well as the other support roles. All military simulators have different roles to choose from. For example, Hell Let Loose has its own special role called support, which is great to start learning the game, or even a great way for a good shooter to be in a support role, because it's basically a rifleman with extra supplies. This might be in direct contrast to part 1, but it is an important part of this series nonetheless, and that is to be flexible in your kit and your playstyle. Even though you will likely enjoy doing the same thing in most games, it is important to know how to use all the other kits. For example, when storming the flag outskirts on Al Basra in the game Squad, the marksman kit might not be the best choice, and it might be better to switch over to Grenadier until you're on defense. Being flexible in your kit will enhance your overall squad play and your skill level. It won't help with your immersion much, as you'll likely be respawning to change kits unless you use an ammo box, but it will help increase your overall repertoire. In step 3, we're going to be breaking off the topic of kits. Step 3 is to listen to your squad leader or to lead your team. Now this one is a bit hard to explain, because how could listening to someone else improve your play? Well, this really only applies if you have a good leader or are a good leader who knows how to guide his flock. But the platoon leader / squad leader should know where and when you guys should be moving. A good leader will keep gameplay sporadic. In one layer, you may be holding a point defending, and you guys who like heavy machine guns will shine. In another time, you may be tossing smoke on the street, safely cross into an objective where a rifleman will shine. A good squad leader can assure that you have an immersive experience, and a very good one. Alright, now we're going to be getting more back into the kit side of the series. Part 4 is to learn the capabilities / limits of the weapons. For example, you shouldn't really be pushing an objective directly with the marksman kit and squad. On the other end of the spectrum, as a platoon leader in Hell Let Loose, you shouldn't stand in the open and try to pick off a rifleman at 300 meters with your MP40 or Thompson. I know this kind of seems self-explanatory, but too many times do I see someone using their weapon wrong in a mil-sim. You are simulating the role of a man / woman who is trained with their weapon, so you should act like it. If you are a marksman and your team is pushing up into an objective, you should find somewhere high to cover the advance, or maybe even coordinate with the heavy MG on areas to suppress. And in Hell Let Loose as a squad leader, you should be using your binoculars and calling targets to the rifleman and MG for them to take care of, as your range is fairly limited with your SMG. To expand on that, if I found a full platoon running by a hedge row across a field from me, I would have my MG immediately suppress and one rifleman with the MG picking them off to hold them up, while I lead the rest of the squad around the hedgerows to flank to destroy the spawn point. I would lead at the front because my SMG is great for close quarters fighting. Since the MG is effective at great ranges and mainly suppresses enemies, it would hold them up really well. The rifleman will be able to pick off the targets after the MG suppresses them, because they would barely see and they would probably be sitting still or laying down. After that, the squad leader would come up behind with a submachine gun and mow the rest of them down, as well as the rest of the squad, picking them off. That is a great example of effectively knowing your weapon's capabilities. And that will lead us into our final part. I might catch a lot of flack for this one, but I feel like it should be a fairly obvious one, but it's one of the biggest things that people do that I feel completely distance them from having the best experience they can have in any military simulator. This is part 5. Use your headset or get one. This is the most important way to improve your immersion, skill, and enjoyability altogether. Not only do you give and get vital information to your team, you will also make friends with whom you can form a bond and get chemistry. Chemistry within a squad is the deadliest weapon in a military simulator. Just like the soldiers who fight on the front lines, they all bond with each other, and it makes their teamwork nearly unstoppable. If you don't have a mic, you should definitely get one. And if you do have a mic, please be sure to use it. I have too many times had someone who's not spoken in the entire game and speaks up and tells me a vital piece of information way later than it can be useful to me. I would recommend using the in-game comms over Discord or TeamSpeak as well, especially in squad. A lot of times you will have random teammates and not a full 9-man squad where you know everybody, so getting information from them will still be vital. Also, the in-game radio system in squad, as well as the proximity chat, can be very, very immersive. Well, those are the top 5 ways I have to help you improve your skills, immersion, and enjoyability in any military simulator, especially Hell Let Loose, Post-Scriptum, and Squad. The gameplay you're seeing in the background right now is from my live stream. I do live streams daily, usually from morning to mid-afternoon, and sometimes I'll do 2 streams a day and have a nightly one. We have a great time in the streams, so make sure you come by and check out my Twitch channel if you'd like to see any of that. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to see more of this kind of content. I will be posting videos daily. Sometimes you'll see help and improvement videos, sometimes you'll see gameplay highlights, sometimes you'll see Twitch highlights, you'll see all sorts of different videos, but I am trying to make it daily content. So thank you very much for coming by, and Glock is out.